Like, this is one of those little microcosms of very brilliant, awesome people. Everyone has a mission. Everybody has something that they're passionate about that they do that brought them to DC.
When you start digging deeper, you realize that Washington, D.C. brings together people from all around the world interested in a very wide range of issues.
I think that DC is the best place that you can get the exposure to what Maxwell teaches. Public administration and international relations. I mean, DC is the epicenter of where both of those intersect.
I mean, that's why people come to Maxwell, because it's a professional school with a global reach. And coming to DC, it just emphasizes that so much more and makes the students so much better prepared.
The DC semester here not only solidified kind of the DC environment and government and all that work, but it put together all of the analytical skills that we had been working on.
The Washington, D.C. semester is perfect in helping you transform soft skills into hard skills. What that means is that you go from thinking about, for instance, what would make a good campaign or a good strategic policy into actually doing that in real life.
The professors, they kept us really engaged, and I think that's the part that I liked the most. It wasn't boring. It wasn't, I'm just gonna sit here and listen to you lecture. It was very hands-on. It was very practical information that they were giving us, and pretty much everything that we learned is something that we've used afterwards.
You can learn about it, you can listen to professors who have done it, but until you actually get on the ground and do it for yourself, that's the best way to learn. And I think the program is structured in such a way that you can work during the day, make those contacts, demonstrate value, and then at night you go to class and you reinforce what you've learned during that day and refine your skills to make you even better and more effective.
I think being at Maxwell, what was really great about being at Maxwell and then entering the professional world was that I knew what I wanted to do, and I was able to study it. I was able to become more and more of an issue expert. And so when I was finally ready to graduate and be done, I had all of this energy to go and get that job that I want.
One key advantage for this person who comes to Washington is that we have such an extensive network of Maxwell alumni working and living in Washington, D.C.
When I moved to D.C., not having a job or not knowing, where exactly I wanted to end up, but what I had were my networks.
It's really interesting to see people at all levels of organizations and the federal government, and just know that you have that ability to reach out.
And that's one of the reasons that they call it the Maxwell Mafia. If I have any questions about that particular job, I can always call that member of the Maxwell Mafia and ask them about it, or potentially get a connection through them.
I would tell somebody that if you're interested in being in a really exciting, vibrant, cultural city with access to many, many different opportunities that you don't know exist yet, DC is the right place, because it is full of a lot of really hard-driving, fascinating people that are doing some really cool stuff.